Hey Wolfpack, we're back in Carmichael for the Raleigh Rumble where the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, are about to play the Wolfpack in club sports basketball. So we just came off of a win against VCU. What do you think this team is going to have to do to win after a back-to-back game?
Well, they got to maintain their intensity. I mean, we saw that they have 10 players, so they're able to do a full swap when they need to. So they were able to succeed a lot due to their fast break, a lot of efficient shooting, and a lot of really good passing. So hopefully we get to see the same things. And they got to find a way to maintain some energy. Wake Forest, they played about an hour or so ago. So they got a little bit more rest. So hopefully NC State, they got to dig in and finish out the tournament strong.
Well, we're hoping for just that. Stay tuned. And we're back here where the Wake Forest Demon Deacons are about to take on the Wolfpack club basketball team. We see that the Wolfpack are stretching it out before this game. I don't think I saw them do that last game.
Well, the two teams seem very loose coming into this game. You know, we didn't see the Wolfpack doing stretching quite as much. They were taking practice shots. And as some of you may remember who were here for our last game, we saw a little bit of a collision. We saw one of the NC State players, as I believe it was Olsen or it was Britt. They dove in after a ball, and it crashed into a couple of Wake Forest members. It looked like they were very friendly about it. We saw a lot of laughing on the Wake Forest sideline. Hopefully no bad blood is going to come in between these two teams, but you never know. You know, you got to find intensity. You almost got to play angry, and if Wake Forest is going to use that for their motivation, we'll see. Wake Forest also has a coach. Well, two coaches actually.
Oh, nice.
Was able to briefly chat with him.
If that's gonna be.
I mean, he's very official. He's
a
got
big deal for us, you know.
I mean, he's very official. He's got a clipboard, some dry erase markers, and everything. So you know, he's
gonna be running some plays this game.
I mean, maybe we'll have to see. I think it'll be a lot more contested game than we saw in our last one.
Yeah, I just hope that we come out just as strong as last game.
Absolutely. And I mean, you know, both of these teams are in the ACC, a bit more rivalry. They probably know each other a little bit better than VCU, and at least campus-wise, they're both a lot closer than VCU would be. And you see a couple more Wake Forest fans throughout the crowd here. They do NC State. The crowds have died down a little bit, as I believe this is one of the last games of the tournament.
It looks like half of they've like turned around to the other court to see the other game going on.
Yeah, that's true. But
I'm pretty sure that stayed over there as well.
Kind of like in little kid rec soccer. You see the parents, they got their lawn chairs all across the sideline.
I know, like when I first walked in, I was not expecting the crowd that was here.
It's what you like to see. You like to see the crowds out here. You got Barnes and for NC State on the jump ball.
Oh.
And Wake Forest is going to win it as Joy was just able to get enough of it.
If you could have seen the ref's face right then, wow. I wish I could have like zoomed in on it. He was like, are y'all going to get up? Are you okay?
a little bit of concern here. I mean, Joy goes up, but some tight defense there from Barnes is unable to get the shot to go. NC State pushes it up. Hurd finds the inside pass.
Oh, let's get a basket.
And Argbright was unable to get that shot to go. But you like the momentum at NC State. We were hoping they were still going to come out with that same intensity. But after that first play, it certainly looks like it.
So I've heard like I guess it would be like a superstition.
Unable to get the three-point shot there to go.
Do you think like whoever scores the first basket carries that throughout and like maybe will win? Like I've kind of heard that sometimes. Like whoever get the first basket, then you'll have a win.
I do believe that majority of the time, if you do score the first basket, you do end up winning, as NC State unable to get that three-pointer to go. But, yeah, it certainly helps you set the tone for the game. And, NC State gets the first basket right there as Lavella is able to finish the layup right there. And we got Green for Wake Forest taking the ball up. She finds Whitney. She's able to get a screen, thinks about the three. Green looks inside, wide open.
That was a good pass.
She finds Joy for the easy layup. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication for NC State down low, but a nice cut by Joy and able to execute on the layup.
I don't remember Barnes playing much last game.
I believe Barnes started out the game to help with the jump ball, but I feel like she was subbed out a little bit earlier, but Barnes is going to get a free throw opportunity right here to start out the game. And I know we're just 2 minutes in, but I feel like this is going to be a lot more of a closer game. I feel like these teams, they're going to match their intensity as Barnes is able to get that first free throw to go.
I just feel like they're going to take it more seriously because they do have a coach, too. I feel like that's a big deal.
True. You don't want to disappoint your
club
oh, yeah.
sports.
Oh, NC State's pulling out with a press right off the back. Because we didn't see any of that in the VCU, at least not much of one. We saw a mostly man-to-man type thing, but maybe Wake wasn't expecting that. As Green's going to take the ball here, pushes it down inside to Joy. Joy, a little hesitation, goes up. Some solid defense by Olsen, a nice rebound. That's going to, unfortunately, Brya, she got the rebound, it went off and it hit off her head. That's not a good feeling to have. It's not quite like soccer. Basketball is probably going to hurt you a little bit more.
Yeah, true.
Unable to get that three-pointer to go. That is Condon with the rebound. Nice dive right there. Some good hustle from Arkwright, but she's just unfortunately out of bounds as she was trying to get that ball. But some good defense, though. Olsen sizes her up. Goes for the three just off the board. You got Barnes with the rebound. Olsen pushes it up. Another nice sidewinder pass. Barnes crashes the boards and goes up as she's got 4 points so far to start out this game. Really taking advantage of those minutes that she's playing. And now we got Whitning coming up the ball. All Green, a nice stutter step. Goes inside.
It's a little
unable to get the bounce. A nice rebound by Joy. She turns around, gets a nice little fadeaway right there. Good shot for Joy. She's got all of her team's 4 points so far. Hurd's going to try a three. Little bouncing around right there, but Brya is able to get it for for Wake Forest. Goes to the outside. Down to Brya.
I just see a lot of movement, which I think is good.
Looks like we're going to see a jump ball before the shot here. Yeah, I definitely say that. It seems like both teams are moving a lot more. Not nearly as much ISO ball as we saw from VCU in the last game.
Oh, they even had a nice stack there.
Yeah. That's old school right there. That's one of the first plays you learn when you play that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I learned that when I was, what,
there you go.
7?
Hey, it's a foundation. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. A little hesitation right there. Barnes, a little mid-range right there. Just a little bit off. A nice rebound inside. As Lavella is able to get the rebound and draw the foul there. It looks like Joy picked up the foul. NC State is 2 for 2 from the free throw line so far tonight. See if Lavella is able to keep them perfect.
Nice.
Able to get a nice roll. She makes that without much of an issue.
Yeah, sub.
We got a Triplet checking into the game for number 3, Whitening. Lavella on the second attempt. Unable to get that one to go. It's an interesting box-out strategy that NC State had. They had Barnes, probably one of the better rebounders, in the back, maybe hoping to stop any potential.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
Yeah. Not entirely sure what the strategy is. Clearly it shows that NC State has a lot of confidence in the whole team to be good rebounders. Hurd was a little aggressive on the steal.
Oh, good rebound.
Deacon's unable to make her pay for it. We got Olsen running the floor.
Oh.
Looks inside. A little bit low on the pass there as Lavella's unable to hand on.
They smile it out. Little miscommunication.
Well, that's what you like to see. You know, I mean, mistakes do happen. And it's nice to see the teammates are like, it's okay.
Right.
It happened.
Instead of being like angry.
Exactly.
Because that can just carry out through the whole game.
I don't know what that's going to accomplish if you're just going to be angry.
Right. Oh, nice.
Good defense by Barnes. Oh, Green with a nice bounce pass. Some tight defense by Hurd.
They are really moving the ball around. It's like blowing my mind from watching the last game to this game, like the difference.
Green, a little bit of hesitation.
Oh.
Looks like we're going to have another jump ball. Just going to rule it in N State's favor. We got another sub checking in as Bria is being subbed out and Robertson is checking into the game for the first time. Olsen crossing half court. Looks like Wake is being in a 2-3 zone look right now.
Looks to me like Hurd is in a great position for a three-point shot.
Well, let's see. She's a little bit far now. She tries a cross-court pass.
Oh, here we go.
Hesitation, a little spin move.
Oh, almost.
Unable for that to go. Oh, looks like she's down in pain. As Green hesitation there. Hurd is still down on the floor. And Robertson is able to get the and one. A little limping from Hurd right now, but it's good to see her get up on her own power. Yeah, a little, getting a little love from Lavella right there. Good to see her get up. Hurd was always a tough player. I know it has been a while since middle school, but you know those are foundations. You only build upon that stuff. So it's good to see her still keeping her tough characteristics in.
They subbed her out though just to be safe.
Yeah, Harvey will step in now for them.
That was a long pause for that free throw there.
Well, everybody has their own routine.
I know, it's kind of fun to watch though. I remember in middle school, like I said earlier, I was a cheerleader. I remember this one girl, I promise, she bounced the ball 10 times before she would shoot the ball, every single time.
Did it work?
I don't think so. I don't really remember, but I'm going to say no.
All right. Well, I mean, 10 seems a little excessive to me. I think at most I would do 3 times.
And it was so bad as the whole like gymnasium silent.
Really?
And so you could like hear every single dribble.
Well, at least they were ritual.
Gosh. Literally, like it was total respect.
Oh, and then 3-pointer right there is Arkwright is able to get on the board first time. Just took advantage of the space there. Pushes it outside. Little stutter going for 3.
Nice.
And Triplet is able to get on the board for the first time. Triplet with the 3 right there.
The pun.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
well, it's not really a pun, but you know what I mean.
I'm just reading the box score. I mean, I'm not trying to crack any dad jokes out here, but if they happen, so be it. And Green fires back with another 3.
Nice. And a timeout.
NC State is going to take a timeout here as Wake Forest jumps out to a 2-point lead with just about 10 minutes left, and hopefully the clock operator. Yeah.
I think that was a pretty good first 10 minutes. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. You could definitely feel the competitive energy going on, and NC State's like, oh, this is going to be a little bit more difficult than the last one.
Yeah. I bet they wish they played this game before they played the other game.
I would say so. I mean, Wake Forest, they seem very refreshed. They're making a lot of easy passes, setting each other up, playing some very solid defense, and they're making their shots. So that's definitely what you need in order to succeed.
The refs are like looking up here at us.
Yeah, you know, they're just.
Oh, they want our jobs.
All right.
He said he wants our jobs.
Oh, they want our jobs? Well, I mean.
What?
You know.
It's hard. It's a hard life up here. We had to climb a ladder.
Yeah, that's very true.
A sketchy ladder.
Yeah, I mean, usually there's like an opening for us to get in, but no, we had to go in between the bars, and then once this is done, we got to haul all this equipment down.
Exactly.
He
can totally come help with that.
Yeah, if he wants to step in, he says at halftime he'll want to switch, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll take his help afterwards, though, if he's offering. Yeah, Olsen's going to bring up the ball now. Little hesitation there. Harvey on the outside. Passes it inside to Hurd.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, a little bit strong on the shot, though. We got Triplet with the ball now. Has it outside. Little hesitation. Got some double team right there. Just a bit off on the 3, a bit too strong there.
Yeah, they're definitely forcing the shot.
Oh, we have K2 there. We have 2 players for Wake Forest ruled as 21.
Here we go.
Oh, and Harvey nails a 3. Good for her. Good to see her take advantage right there.
Yeah, this is definitely like already a tight scoring game.
That was just a blown coverage right there by NC State. But good job but a good job by Robertson, able to execute on the layup
it's just
right
like
there.
back and forth with the points.
That's what all good games are.
Yeah, I mean.
That's what basketball is for you. Thought about the three. Harvey's got all the space in the world.
Here we go.
Unable
Rebound.
to get that to go.
Nice.
Good rebound and putback right there for Argbright. But sometimes when you're out there all alone on the three-point line, you hesitate. And sometimes when you hesitate, you get in a little bit of your own head, and you just are not able to get a good shot off. But
Fun fact, I was never able. I don't think my arms are strong enough. Like, I don't get it, but I cannot get the ball all the way to the basket and a three-point shot. Like, in that range. I just can't do it.
I have one three-pointer made in my entire basketball career, and it was quite a historic moment for me. I was pumped up. The whole bench was.
Nice, I bet so.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like currently, I don't think I'm enough to even, throw it that far.
Well, we are in a gym, so, if you want to get some arm curls afterwards, we're all equipment, so that's got to be something. Right there. His trip go to the free line. Harvey had the height advantage there, got a little bit too aggressive on that one. But triplets, all right. She knows it wasn't too intentional. Harvey often a little bit of sympathy. Quite a couple of bounces there on triplets routine.
Her foot honestly went over the line. I don't think they saw that, but I did.
Well,
good thing it didn't go in.
Yeah, we want a nice clean game.
Watch. See?
It's okay afterwards.
Okay.
As long as it's not before. But a lot of times when you're at the throw line, some people, they have a little bit of movement in their feet, and some people stand perfectly still. So it just depends. Let's see what NC State's looking to do here. That's a nice switch. Olsen's got the space, tries to go inside to Barnes, unable to handle it. Hurd goes up, and Robertson will collect the rebound for Wake Forest. Green is now going to take it up the court. He's got Harvey on her. A deep three. Unable to get that one to go. So Whiting just a bit too strong on that one. Oh, Hurd. Bouncing around, bouncing in and out. Hurd's going to wish she had that one back.
Yeah. I feel like this game is very fast-paced. Like, I don't even think they're, really having time to get back and set up a formation.
Yeah. I mean, we see Wake, they go into their 2-3 zone sometimes, but we've seen NC State, they like to push the pace quite a bit.
Yes.
And we've seen a little bit of a trap set up by NC State, but for the most part, they've had to go in man-to-man, a little bit of 2-3 zone, as we just saw there.
White ball.
Oh, nice. They're going to, number 5 for Wake Forest. Condon just got a little bit unable to reel that one in, and Barnes will be subbed out as Lavella checks back into the game. Little stutter step right there. Pushes it down inside. Oh, a bit of an errant pass there. That's going to be a backcourt.
Yeah.
Olsen has not been a three-point shooter for the most part in these two games. We see her trying to go inside and more setting up her other teammates for some three-point shots. So it seemed like maybe she was calling for the ball. Don't know whether she wanted one or not. We see the coach barking out some directions for Wake Forest. Well, barking's a little bit aggressive. He's just trying to coach him up a little bit. Got Green with the ball on the outside.
And
unable to get that. Harvey will collect the rebound there. Whiting unable to get the three-pointer to go.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, some really good defense right there by Joy.
I was scared that was going to be a foul, like a bad foul.
She just came out of there out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It looked a little worse than it was. Luckily, it was all ball, and it just wasn't even a foul. That's a great sequence right there by Joy. Saw a little bit of the stack formation there for State.
Yep.
Harvey in the corner. Hurd takes the three. It's an unfortunate bounce. Oh, but a nice heads-up play right there.
That was a foul.
Good job by Arkwright. A nice heads-up play. Joy was very close to stepping out of bounds, so she just kind of had to get rid of it. And Arkwright did a great job stepping in front of the ball. And is now going to get rewarded at the free throw line.
To me, she seems like a really good offensive player because she like looks. I've noticed her eyes like look both ways. Even she's A, looking for her teammates, but B, looking out for the other team, the opponent coming down the court behind her. I just think that's a strong coming down the court.
Oh, definitely. You got to have your eyes on. You got to have your head on a swivel. Eyes are gonna stay in your head. Have your head on a swivel. All Green checking in as they're able to beat NC State's press. Oh, they're gonna press Green, try to get her in a trap.
Yeah, 2-on-1 there. That was.
Yeah, it looks like
ugly. That was an ugly shot.
Yeah,
excuse my language.
That was not her best shot. She like stepped up a little bit. She's like, oh no, I should have shot it there. So she shot it, and it just wasn't as clean of a look as she would have hoped for.
Cross court pass there.
Hurd's going inside. Oh, a nice pass right there.
That was good.
Good job setting up Lavella there for the easy layup. At least we got a timeout by Wake Forest here as NC State jumps out to a 6-point lead with just a little over about 3:44 left in this game.
I feel like this is their first lead. I mean, it's only been like 1 point.
This is the most substantial lead I've definitely seen from NC State so far. We've seen it be very back and forth. Saw Wake Forest had the lead earlier, and now NC State jumps out to a lead. And you know, this is an advantage that you have as Wake Forest. You got two coaches. You know, I mean, it's one thing when you're a player out on the court, but when you got someone just watching and knowing exactly how to help your team, just all the different observations that you're just not looking for.
Right.
Because there's only so much you can process. And, you know, we got the coach. He doesn't have his clipboard out right now. Doesn't look like a play is being drawn up, but just looks like some general advice is being given out to Wake. And that's definitely an advantage that NC State simply doesn't have.
There's the whistle.
Yeah, the refs taking a few practice layups right before, having some nice downtime. You know, they want to stay fresh too.
True. Are these the same refs from the last game? I can't remember. I want to say yeah.
I can't say I've been paying too close attention to the refs. They look similar enough. I mean, they're all wearing the same thing, so it's hard to tell. We'll call them the same refs. Why not? And if we are mistaken, our apologies to the referees from the last game. NC State going in with their, mostly second team. Hurd's going to stay out there.
Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like they had some subs.
Quite a little bit. All right, back outside.
Oh, did you hear that call from deep?
Oh, a nice read by Hurd.
Oh, nice.
Oh, she just threads the needle. Look at that hustle right there. You got to love that out of Hurd.
That was good. Like, she was definitely paying attention because number 11 on Wake Forest called for the ball. And so she, like, immediately knew where to go and where the ball was going to be.
Oh, definitely. Lavella is able to collect that rebound for NC State. Yeah, Hurd likes to jump a lot of passes. She doesn't get them every time, but, I mean, when they pay off, you see right there, it just leads to an easy 2 points.
Right.
Hurd nails a three
Nice.
right there. You got to love that from the former Comet, St. Pius Middle School Comets. I got a chance to talk to her right before this game. She appreciated us sending love to her former teammates, and her former coach as well.
Debatable. Do you think that was a foul?
It's hard to say what a foul is anymore. I personally like to be a bit more lenient. I don't like calling as many tight fouls because the one thing I was somewhat competent with basketball was defense. Right. Condon unable to get that free throw to go. But yeah, it just depends. It just depends on the fouls. You could have given it as one, but you also could have not.
It was just so slow that time.
Oh, that one's in and out. Condon's frustrated with that one. Lavella's going to correct the rebound, though. Finds the open man in the corner. Unable to get that one to go.
It was an ugly air ball.
Oh, they're calling a double dribble right there. Players are definitely not happy about that.
How about the coaches?
Coach is exchanging some words. You see his hands executing some frustration. I know I didn't see anything blatant to cause it, but
she said she was like she went up and then tried to pass left.
Well, regardless, it's NC State's ball. So great work by Triplett right there. She's able to take it back.
Oh, gosh.
Green in the
got
corner.
away.
Unable to get that one to go as Lavella gets another rebound. She's done a terrific job collecting those rebounds all day, but I'd say in particular this first half. Lavella open for the three. Barnes doing a great job. The glass misses her first. Collects her second, unable to get that one to go. Barnes dives for the ball.
On the floor.
You gotta love the hustle right there, and you get a lot, and you hear the fans applauding along with some of her teammates. Just a bit out of her reach. We're gonna have Triplet bringing up the ball for the Deacons. As Triplet and Green have been the primary ball handlers so far, playing point guard and shooting guard respectively. Barnes stepping out.
There is a lot of rotation happening.
Yeah, Robertson, no, that's Brya who draws the foul right there. Britt is a little frustrated with that one.
Yeah, these reactions to the refs' calls are pretty good. We need a separate camera just to zoom in on those.
If only, that'd be great. Brya able to convert the first free throw. Gets a nice friendly roll right there. We got a sub as Riccio will check into the game for Lavella, give her a little bit of a break. All right, see if Brya is able to convert the second one. Cut this lead down to 9. A good job by Britt there getting the rebound.
Ooh.
Looks like she slipped a little bit, but she's
I
all
was
right.
going to comment on that earlier. The Wake Forest has been staying back, like when NC State passes the ball in. Like they're not on this half of the court, but they're staying back and trying to be aggressive.
Well, maybe they saw a little bit what was happening for VCU, and they just figured, hey, we should probably set up a little bit, try to limit some of these fast breaks that are occurring.
Yeah, I would say that was an advantage that Wake Forest had to get to watch NC State before actually playing them.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. They were just right under the basket, getting to study, see some of who their best players are, see some of their tendencies. And it worked early, but NC State is still maintaining control of this game so far. Barnes thought about the shot. Britt some hesitation.
Oh, what a terrible pass. But that's okay.
They're unable to get a final shot off, as you heard some of NC State's people calling for a shot, but just no clear one. The referee tries a three-pointer. He's unable to get that one to go as it ends out. But Norma, what are you seeing in this first half? What do you think has allowed NC State to get this lead?
Man, I don't know, because to me there's just so much movement. Like I know I keep reiterating that, but there's a lot of movement for both teams. Like they're not just staying stagnant and just passing the ball. Like it is literally rotating around the goal before they can shoot.
You're seeing that on the offense and the defense.
Yeah.
Movement without the ball is definitely key, because you got to get open somehow if you want some of those shots. And we saw earlier Wake Forest was able to get a couple corner threes going because of that. But NC State has gotten a little bit tighter with their defense, with their rotations, and they've been recovering very well. And so I believe NC State went on a 16-4 run to close out that half and take a 10-point lead going in. And Wake Forest has done a good job limiting some of those fast breaks for NC State. But State has just done a great job on the defensive side, getting a whole lot of rebounds, some second chance points, and of course converting from the free throw line.
What do you think the coach for Wake Forest is probably saying right now? And what do you think whoever the captain, leader of NC State is saying right now in this halftime?
Well, if I'm Wake Forest's head coach, I'm definitely telling my players to box out a lot more, because NC State has collected a lot of rebounds on both the offense and defensive end.
True.
And if I'm NC State, I'd just say, hey, guys, look, the main guys who are going to try and beat us are number 11 Triplet and number 10 Green. If we can control those players, we should be in good shape. At least that's who I see as being the primary threats. 21 Joy has also been very good, getting some points down low early, but NC State has contained her a little bit more at the end of this first half. As we see both teams breaking away from their huddles. Looks like Hurd is okay, stretching out the leg a little bit, but it's good to see that she's all right. And we'll check back in with you guys in a few minutes to start the second half. All right, welcome back here We just have just about 50 seconds remaining until the start of the second half. We got Wake Forest taking a couple more jump shots in. It looks like NC State's having a quick meeting. Probably one of the upperclassmen or maybe the team captain leading the discussions, hoping to close out this game and secure another win for the Wolfpack.
I wonder if this is the last game of the Raleigh Rumble.
I believe it is because on the court to our left, you just see a couple people trying to get their shots in.
Like students
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah, just students, not members of the
Locals.
team. And on the far court, it looks like it's some more students as well. It looks like the only other game going on is straight ahead. It looks like maybe App State.
Yeah.
Maybe that's another state team. I can't tell.
I'm pretty sure it is. But it looks like the men were playing on the other side of the red wall.
Yeah.
It looks like they might be done too, because I don't see the scoreboards on.
That's true. That's right. I mean, it is getting kind of late. You know, it is almost.
It's been a long day of basketball, I bet.
Oh, absolutely, especially for the morning crews who
Yeah.
are here this morning. One of our directors is Sullivan, who's probably listening in right now.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Sullivan and my roommate next year.
Aww.
He had to work yesterday late night for hockey, and now he had to get up early for this basketball game as well.
Wake Forest with the first basket in the second half.
Well, like we said, that can be a big momentum booster coming out of a quarter or of a half. So let's see if Wake's able to execute.
Oh,
some great defense there from Joy. There's a scramble for the ball.
Travel, question mark. Okay.
You got to love that hustle out of Bissinger right there. Is Wake Forest clearly had someone with the ball, but she was not having it. And a little miscommunication with Britt right there, thinking that maybe Wake had the ball. But in fact, NC State will have it.
The stack right now.
The stack, that's what we like to see.
Hashtag the stack.
Yeah, let's see. Maybe we get a little clap.
Oh, no.
Maybe it's just a little bit of one, but you want to hear a nice loud smack of the ball.
I hear Wake Forest the coach trying to call a play. I don't know if it's happening.
Well, you got another 2-3 look right now for Wake Forest. Well, some tight defense right there.
Yes.
Trying to go up.
I feel like State's, still doing good though with this tight defense. They're trying to call the ball.
Well, that's a good job there by Britt. I mean, they took their time. They didn't force anything bad. When you have tight defense like that, if you force something, the defense wins. So just try to get something a little bit more efficient. A good job by Green, where she just goes straight to the basket, just threading through the NC State defense. Maybe thought about the three right there.
Oh man, that was a good idea, like I said earlier.
Well, that's what we like to see, though. We like to see the quick passes, setting them up, unable to execute on the layup. A little hesitation on the three right there. Green looks inside. Joy unable to come up with it. So NC State's pushing the floor. They got the numbers.
Oh, man. Good thing your player was there.
A tight defense by State as Condon is able to knock out the ball, forcing the Wolfpack to reset. Let's see, are they gonna? They're not gonna line up in the stack this time. They got a four corners approach along the paint.
Hurry for 5 seconds.
Nice pump fake right there.
Oh,
goes inside, stripped away by the Demon Deacons. As Green's gonna get outside, she has the space, and she nails the three. I just saw a big fist bump coming from the coach right there as he's fired up after a play like that. As the NC State lead is down to just 5.
I don't know what the coach said for Wake Forest in the half, but obviously it's working.
It's working so far as they've cut this lead in half. We got another jump ball going as
yeah.
a little bit of a tie-up, and NC State's like, all right, big switch now.
Let's see what this group can do.
Yep. The majority of the ones checking in now started the game. Another stack look from the Demon Deacons. Just tosses it up. I don't. That's not a bad. It's not in this situation.
No one touched the ball, right?
Yeah, in this situation, it's not a backcourt because it's just a design play. Joy going inside, double teamed.
It hit the top, and they didn't call it. Did you see that? It hit the top of the goal.
I don't think it hit like the top. That's
Okay.
just like the ultimate top. But yeah, if you get it a little bit above the white square up there, it's okay. Oh, great pass right there as Hurd goes inside, just bullies Joy to the basket. As Harvey with another nice assist, as we've seen her setting up her teammates all day. This bounce pass there. Joy calling for the ball inside. Green now takes over.
There is so much happening.
Well, we can only capture so much.
I know.
Tries for the three. Unable to get that one to go. It's Albright gathering the ball. Olsen pushing it up. Threads through. Finds Hurd for a deep three. Unable to get that one to go. Green has it. Looks like they got the numbers. Green a little hesitation. Unable to get the roll to go. A nice fight right there
I'm telling you.
between Condon and Hurd. I think you're on to something.
I really am. I think women's basketball has way more jump balls than men.
I mean, if today has been any indication.
I know. I should have done like a research project or something on it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like in men's basketball, they'll take the ball to the other side of their like body and then like dribble away or something. But like the women, they just kind of fight it out to the death.
Only the strongest survive. Oh, unable to get that shot to go. Not the best shot from Whiting right there. Olsen bringing it up.
A little under 15 in this half.
Finds Harvey outside. Unable to get that shot to go. Good. Oh, that's a great block right there from Joy. Oh, and that's not a good sign as you see number 50, Emma Hurd, down once again. She had a bit. And we're calling for the medical staff to come over here. Wake Forest is just gathering back to the bench, and this does not look good. Hurd came down hard on the floor earlier in the first half. And she was able to get up under her own power the last time, but this just does not look good.
Hopefully it just scared her more than anything. Yeah,
Yep.
hopefully.
Olsen is able to help lift her up. She's talking to the trainer. She's stretching her legs out.
Probably just knocked the breath out of her.
I mean, that's a terrifying feeling to
Yeah,
have.
for sure.
Hurd is able to walk off, so that's good. We got Lavella checking back into the game in order to sub her out. But it's good to see her get up, and everything's all right. Hopefully we'll get to see her back into the game. Here we go. We got Triplet bringing the ball up now.
I wish like her number like matched her name. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like 33 or something.
I mean, I feel like it was a missed opportunity for not taking the number 3. Maybe Whiting is a upperclassman or had superiority or whatever. But I know if I was Triplet, I would want to be 3. But so be it. A Triplet with the pull up.
Oh, she's a lefty.
Ooh. Nice to see some different diversity out there.
Oh gosh.
Oh, that's a great pass right there.
I thought it was going out.
Barnes just reached out to
Yikes.
grab it, just unable to. And the referee is going to rule that she was out of bounds. Albright unable to get it. And NC State's going to go with their press, it looks like.
Yeah.
So we'll see how the Deacons try to break the press right here. This looks like they're going with a 1-2-2. Let's see if there's going to be a trap along the sideline. She's got to get it across. She's hesitating a bit too much. This Triplet's going to get it now. A little behind the back action. A nice little hesitation, taking it to the hole.
Really feel like that was a travel, but.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, NC State gets the ball back. I guess that was just terrific defense by Harvey. State swinging it around, finds Harvey in the corner. We're going to call that one a pass.
Maybe.
And, she's just trying to set her teammate up. That's all.
Come on.
Oh, Barnes doing a great job on the glass.
I feel like they are shooting all the way out here because they can't get into the basket because of the defense.
I mean, Forest has definitely made some adjustments in the second half. And NC State has been limited in their points in the paint, but Barnes just muscled her way off 2 defenders and is rewarded with the trip to the free throw line as she nails her first one. As we got Green checking back into the game, subbing out Condon. See if Barnes is able to execute. She was 2 for 2 in her last attempt at the free throw line. She nails that one. She is 4 for 4 today. So I believe that's 6 points for Barnes so far. We got Triplett taking the ball out, guarded by Olsen. Green now with the ball on the outside, fakes a pass.
They're really doing some man-on-man right now.
NC State playing like a man loose zone. They're able to help everybody out. Tries a 3, unable to get that one to go. Is Breya unable
Olsen with the rebound.
Well, Olsen gives me some Russell Westbrook vibes. You know, she's rebounding, she's passing, she's shooting, trying to be a triple-double machine. But there, she makes a nice shot right there.
I feel like it's been a while since we had a basket, besides the free throws.
Yeah, besides the free throws.
Even though we're still in the lead.
Harvey is just a big advantage over Triplett right there. Scramble
guys,
for the ball right there.
Slow it down, slow it down. I feel like they're rushing.
I mean, you know,
Which I know this is a very quick-paced game.
You can get a little bit too excited. There is such a thing as going too fast.
Right.
Triplett on the pull-up.
Oh, and out.
She's
I
gonna.
feel like that's so depressing.
That is very frustrating as a player. You know, I had very few baskets in my career, so if something like that happened, that was just demoralizing. Olsen unable to get the shot in the corner. Nice rebound there from Wake Forest. We don't have her number listed, number 40. Thought about the 3-pointer. Gonna go inside instead, out to Triplett. Tries the deep 3 and nails it. Coach maybe wouldn't have loved that shot, but he's happy it went in.
Yeah, I feel like she should have passed it to Whitney. Is that what it is, number 3?
Yeah.
Because she was like wide open for a 3.
Yeah.
But you know, whatever.
Yeah,
As long as it went in.
You make the shot, it all works out. She's straight trying to answer. Barnes doing a great job on the
I'm glad
glass.
she's there because we are missing some wide shots.
Barnes has just been a monster on the glass so far. As we hear her giving her some words of encouragement. Greed with a nice fire back shot right there. You can see Wake opening up in their 2-3.
Slowing it down a little bit.
I mean, when you're facing a team in a zone, you kind of want to pick it apart a little bit. You know, if you rush anything, then the defense wins. You got to be smart, be efficient with that. You got her wide open for a 3. Passes it up though.
Thought they should pass to 20.
Harvey thought about it. Olsen with some hesitation.
Here we go. Man.
And Barnes just being an animal down there. And for the second straight possession, she just muscled away for that layup. You're seeing some aggressive.
She's on fire.
Oh, yeah. She's feeling it right now. You saw how aggressively she high-fived her team. She is pumped up. Well, it looks like we got a timeout for Wake Forest as NC State takes a 10-point lead to open up this second half. Just about 8.5 minutes remaining. And Barnes just doing a terrific job on the glass the last few possessions.
Absolutely.
Also being 4 for 4 from the free throw line. That's definitely what you like to see, especially from a taller player that sometimes struggles from the free throw line.
I mean, yeah, I'm really glad she's there because if not, we would have missed, what, 3 of the past
something like that.
baskets?
Yeah.
That's 6 points.
Absolutely.
Goes a long way.
I mean, basketball is a game of runs. So being able to maintain your own without allowing the other team to get on one is definitely key. So we'll see what Wake Forest is.
Who called this timeout?
I believe it was a Wake Forest timeout. It looks like the coach is, in fact, using his clipboard. It's very official.
He should if he called the timeout.
And it's very official. You know, it's got a whole basketball court on it.
Oh, nice.
You know, he's got some magic markers.
Not that Dollar Tree stuff.
Exactly. You know, I mean,
Got
the
that from, like,
man's a professional. He's the head coach for the women's club Wake Forest team. He's going to bring it his A game. NC State taking a little bit more time.
Looks like K2's coming back in the game for Wake Forest. Haven't seen her in a while.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
21.
Well, we got both 21s out there. We got Joy and KJ. And our apologies if we're getting the two players mixed up.
Oh, wow. I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
I remember you saying it earlier. Interesting.
Well, let's see if it causes any confusion for NC State. KJ with the ball outside. Triplett looks inside. A nice setup. Just unable to get that one to go. Green, a little hesitation. The deep three. And nails it. So you see some nice clapping right there from Wake Forest. Hoping that'll bring up some intensity for the team. Little hesitation. Hurd checks back into the game. Misses that three.
She's just warming back up.
Yeah, I mean, she got hit in the legs, so, she's just trying to test him back out again. Yep. You got Whiting bringing the ball back up now for Wake Forest. Gets a screen from Joy. Pulls up the three. Unable to get that one to go. A nice rebound by Hurd.
Oh, goodness.
Both 21s were around here when that happened. Olsen goes inside, finds Harvey. Back out. Some nice coverage there from Whiting. Olsen finds Harvey again. Goes back inside to Hurd. Draws the foul. Looks like KJ just got a bit too much of the arm right there. Of course,
smiling about it.
Yeah. Of course, KJ disagrees, but the ref says otherwise. You see Emma Hurd stepping up from the free throw line here. It's good to see her checking back into the game after the trainer came to check on her. She makes that first free throw without much of an issue.
Two for two.
She makes the second one without any trouble. So we got Whiting bringing up the ball now. NC State going with a man approach right now.
Screen.
Screen there by Joy. Out to Green. It's another screen by Joy.
Oh gosh.
We got a foul right there. Bissinger was not having it at all. But
wow.
Green's going to get another trip to the free throw line here. Pardon, I believe this is her first trip so far. See if she's able to execute. We got both 21s out on the blocks in case a rebound occurs.
I don't know what State's doing, but they need to change the game up a little bit because they're losing their lead.
Well, yeah, their lead is down to 9 as Wynick checks in for Wake Forest, subbing out KJ. Green able to convert the second free throw. Hurd pushes it up to Olsen. Out to Harvey. Cross court.
I think Harvey was looking at
Hurd tries in the corner.
Barnes, but Barnes shook her head like, no, do not pass it to me.
That's that's a really nice box out there from Joy, but Harvey was not letting that happen, so she's able to force the jump ball.
Saw a little attitude on that one.
Some authority right there. Setting up the four corners. Wake Forest coach calling out to watch out for the corner. Oh, a nice cut inside.
Good.
As Olsen's able to execute. A nice assist there from Bissinger.
Oh, and a steal from Olsen.
Oh, and a nice pass to Harvey.
Nice. Oh, man.
Unable to get it to go. Hurd with a nice job. That's going to force a jump ball, so that's not going to go in Wake Forest's favor. But a great job by Olsen. Nice heads-up defensive play. And we got just about 4.5 minutes left. Let's see if Wake Forest tries to play with a little bit more urgency here, as Green's just going to take it straight to the basket. She's just like, all right, you're going to give me this space? I'm going to take it. And she does, and here we go with Olsen now. Seeing what NC State's going to draw up here. Puts inside in the corner, and Bissinger.
Rebound, people.
Unable to get that rebound to go. There's nothing but Wake Forest people in the paint right there. Joy gets a screen. Hesitation there from Triplett. Looks like Triplett thought about the three. But Green's going to take possession. Green pulls up.
Rebound.
Barnes just
Oh.
great box out right there. Does a great job. Good job.
I was scared they were going to call that a
Hart.
travel, like the Wake Forest coach is saying travel.
As long as they maintain on the ground, but a good 1-2 pass as Bissinger is able to finish. As long as they stay on the ground when they throw the ball out, there's no reason to call it travel. So
I really think the Wake Forest coach definitely wanted it though.
well, if you're the opposing coach, you're gonna wanna find any call you can. Ooh, a nice move by Joy, but Barnes just plays some great defense and not able to finish. Bissinger struggles handling it right there.
Oh.
Some good defense right there. Is Weineck is playing some good job there for the Deacons. NC State's slowing it down a little bit.
Yeah, they should really hold the ball. I mean, they have a lead.
They got a nice lead.
They could use it to their advantage and just keep passing the ball, run the clock out.
There's no shot clock, I believe. So,
right.
So, I don't believe that there's a shot clock. Looks like now the Wake Forest coach calling for some more intensity.
Yeah, I mean, they should just pass the ball, get fouled, try to get those 2 points.
Olsen goes down to the ground, but able to avoid her
man.
teammates. That's going to be taken away by Wake
Bad
Forest.
pass.
They have the numbers. There's Joy looking for someone to pass to. Some hesitation there from Weineck. We got a timeout by Wake Forest. Looks like there's a little bit of confusion going on right there.
Coach is mad.
I mean, Coach saw quite a couple of his players. They had open shots. They had the 3-on-1 on the fast break, but good job by Olsen playing some tight defense. They weren't able to finish. And let's see what the coach wants to draw up here. We have 2:21 remaining in this game.
I don't think I would know what to do with a clipboard.
Yeah, I mean, let's see. Is he writing? Yeah, he is writing stuff with it. We can't see exactly what he's writing.
Look at our team. We got a clipboard. Look at
Oh,
us.
nice. There we go.
So it looks like Olsen, right? Yeah, is more of the authoritative figure here.
You see that a lot of times in a point guard, wanting to dictate to the team. So she's drawing out a play, giving out commands. We see some lines. Obviously, we're not gonna show the viewers. We're not trying to give any Wake Forest people an advantage in any way. And same goes for NC State. Can't show the Wake Forest displays, but good to see the teams using all the resources they have.
Only 2 minutes.
All right, I mean, the game's not over here. If you're NC State, you just got to play smart. If you're going to shoot the ball, make sure it's efficient. Don't have any bad turnovers. Just remember to box out. For Wake Forest, you got to get really aggressive here. Without a shot clock, you're going to have to come up. You're going to have to force some turnovers.
Right.
And you got to nail your shots. So let's see what the coach is telling his team. So Green's going to throw it in. Out to Triplett. Green's going to cut towards the basket. That's going to leave Triplett with some space. Back out to Green. A nice screen there by Wake.
Oh,
we got a lot of players down. Oh, this is not good. I believe that's Riccio down for NC State.
I think she got kicked in the shin, honestly.
Yeah, it looked like she collided with Britt there. She looks like her ankle might be the issue there. We got a.
When I was playing sports, LOL, and a lot of people don't think like cheer or dance is sport, but that's what I do now. But like, especially in cheerleading, I did club cheer here for 3 years, except for this year. But like, if I went down, I wouldn't really cry. But like, I'm commenting on her crying. If I went down and I'm crying, you better take me somewhere right then and there because I was hurt. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, there's those players that cry over everything, and then there's those players that don't. I'm not saying that she is, but just giving my 2 cents.
Yeah, 2 cents of the matter. Some players just have a certain level of toughness.
Tolerance, yeah.
About them, but we got the trainer out there. Luckily, we haven't seen any serious injuries occur.
I really just thought it was her shin, but maybe it's her ankle.
Well, I mean, she is going to be helped off the court. Yeah, looks like it is her ankle that's given her a little bit of issues. So luckily the medical staff here is of high caliber. So I don't believe that she'll be rushed back into this game, but
Yeah.
hopefully she'll be healthy and ready to participate.
Hopefully
whenever-
this won't alter us in any way.
Well, it looks like we have Wozniak coming in. We got quite a couple subs here for NC State checking in the game.
Okay.
Some tight defense right there, almost forcing a 5, but
Mm-hmm.
Deacons are able to get it out in time. Good defense there by Wozniak.
Yeah, trying to get a steal.
Oh. And you're still allowed to be aggressive if you're winning. I mean,
Oh, yeah?
Triplet thought about it, finally decides to shoot it. That's a good rebound there. Is Robertson able to get the rebound, and she's gonna.
I think Hurd just fouled,
Yeah.
but she doesn't think so.
Well, you know.
I mean, you never do.
Yeah,
like,
you
no,
never
I
do.
didn't do that.
Yeah,
That
I
wasn't
mean,
me.
it's very rare that a player's like, okay, yeah, that's on me.
Yeah.
I fouled you. I mean, it is what it is. It's I watch my little sister play soccer sometimes. You know, she'll kick someone pretty hard, and she'll just walk off it like, no, I didn't do. No, what happened there? Robertson is able to connect on the second free throw. As we see a little bit of, still a man press right now. Tried to get a little bit of a trap, maybe force a bad pass out of State. Well, that's how you do it. That's how you break the press, is Britt is able to finish on the easy layup.
Oh, rolling the ball down the court.
Trying to save a little bit of
Yeah.
time. I don't. Oh, it's a stray whistle from another.
I know.
from the other
I keep
game.
thinking that too.
Hesitation right there. Some good defense by Hurd.
No one is standing still right now.
Robertson is just being forced into that corner. Joyce cuts to the basket. Whiting unable to get that shot to go.
Yeah, I thought that was very forced.
Another good rebound by Robertson, and she goes back to the line. More frustration for Hurd, but she did hit the hand. Yeah, I believe that is the correct call. But just about a minute left. NC State with an 11-point lead. And I thought it was a pretty good game overall.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the end of the day, NC State, you know, you got to give it to Barnes, getting some really key rebounds and putbacks for the team.
Yeah, for sure.
You've definitely seen Hurd being a big rebounder. Also, Albright and Lavella, just big rebounders for this team. And I think that's been the key. Well, there's more rebounds like I was just saying.
I think Britt has been a pretty good player too.
Oh, absolutely.
She had a streak there for a little while in the first half.
Oh, yeah. Streakiness, it's a good quality to have for a player. Green goes straight to the basket. Bit too strong on the layup. And Wozniak's going to recover now. She's got to get it across, though.
Almost
Hurd's
30
gonna take
seconds.
possession now. On a
Good
nice
pass.
Oh, unable to get that one to go. Bissinger with gets her own miss. Looks like Wozniak thought about it.
Ooh, just keep the ball moving. Just move the ball. Move the ball.
Yeah, we have
Like 20.
20 seconds remaining. See if NC
Ooh,
State.
they're trying to foul though. Oh, God.
Oh, ooh. Yeah, a bit of a hard foul right there.
Trying to stop the clock.
Unfortunately, with only about 13 seconds remaining, it looks like Wake Forest is just about done in this game, and they're not going to have enough. They're not going to be able to force NC State into the bonus situation. Let's see if they are going to continue to press the foul. Nope, looks like NC State's just going to run out the clock.
Yep.
Coach gives a final clap as NC State is going to win this game
Good
46
job.
to 36. Great job by State.
Definitely.
And what did we see out there? What do you think allowed NC State to have this continued success?
I think they just carried over their energy and movement from the first half into the second half. I mean, I think it was important that they never really they stopped, but they didn't really stop the momentum, if that makes sense.
They had a constant sense of energy about themselves. They were down earlier in the first half, I think about midway through, but ever since then, they seem to be controlling the game. Wake Forest, they came out with some early momentum in the second half, cut the lead down to 5, but NC State able to maintain control, doing a great job on the glass, taking advantage of their layups and a couple three-pointers when they have the opportunity.
What do you think about final thoughts on Wake Forest?
This
His team.
You know, I think that they need to try to find a little bit more scoring from some of their other players. I saw Triplet, Green, Joy, and a little bit of Whiting get some points. So hopefully you can spread the ball around a little bit more. With NC State, you just see scores everywhere, whether it's layups, mid-range, three-pointers. So hopefully you can get a couple more players to get a little bit more involved on the offensive end. All right, and we will check back in with you guys for our final thoughts on the game.
And we're back with our final thoughts on this game from Wake Forest versus NC State. Who do you think the MVP of this game would have been?
I think you could have given it to a handful of players because a lot of people were able to execute. I'd say Britt, Albright, Olsen, of course, and Barnes playing some terrific minutes. But I think you got to give it to Emma Hurd, and I am a little bit biased. But to see her go down twice and then come back up, still making threes, playing terrific defense, collecting blocks, rebounds, free throws, I think you got to give it to Emma Hurd. And the NC State team, they just controlled momentum. They had a lot of rebounds. They weren't able to get as many fast break points as the last game, but they made sure that Wake Forest never got any sustainable runs, had a lot of tight defense, a lot of blocks, and just a good quality win for the Wolfpack.
I agree. And I'm Norma Jean Miller.
I'm Trevor Bodie.
And thank you for watching our coverage from NC State's women's club basketball.